I'm Marita and I'm at Apollonia House with Dr. Andy Lane. I came to Andy, I had quite a lot of jaw pain and a very tight, painful joint and painful temples, and I thought at the time I was grinding my teeth at night. So Andy suggested that he did a very thorough diagnosis of my jaw and all the muscles, and suggested that I get something called an NTI, which is just a very small device. It's about this size, and it just clamps on like this. And I've been wearing it for 3 weeks at night, every night, and I've just come back for a follow-up appointment. And he said by having a look at how I bit into this and made indentations into it, showed him exactly what was wrong with my bite. Andy, do you want to just explain in sort of dental terms what exactly happened to my jaw and
Sure.
what you've done?
Well, we're really just using this as a diagnostic
Yes.
device, really, just to find out what's happening. And how you react to wearing it tells me a lot about what's going on.
Yeah.
So the first thing that we noticed was that you'd put little grooves along the surface, which showed that you'd been literally moving your jaw side to side, or bruxism, as we might call them. So that showed us that you had a habit, a parafunctional habit. So that was the first part of doing that. The second thing was that we did today was we checked against your aches and pains and symptoms that you had last time, and your most significant one last time was pain in your molar teeth, waking up in the morning, and the teeth actually feeling a bit loose when you woke up, and that had gone from being a 5 to a 0. So that was pretty significant. The jaws feeling tight, that went from a 5 to a 3, and tension over the temples went from a 5 to a 2, and neck and shoulder pain went from a 5 to a 3. So all those things had gone down. One thing had gone up a little bit, which was just the pain in your joint, slightly, but I suspect that that's because that's still present. It feels like it's worse than the other things because it's still there. So those results really showed us that there was a direct relationship between stopping you being able to clench those muscles together hard and the symptoms that you were getting. So the next stage that we've done today was just to make you more comfortable during the day when you're not wearing the clines, so we've made some minor adjustments to you.
And I feel now for the first time that all my teeth are connecting with each other at the back when I bite down, and I think that will also help quite a bit, as you say.
It should do, yeah. So you can go like that. If you tap your teeth here, you can hear the sound.
I've been able to make that noise before with my mouth, so that's good. And I know, Andy, you mentioned as well that if I'd had a splint that covered my entire back teeth, which I had quite a few of in the past, I just bit through them all
just
eventually.
Them off,
So this has actually retrained my mouth not to bite down so much.
It's probably not retrained it yet, but at least it stops the pressure on your back teeth.
Yes,
that's the whole idea. Because you can't clench your back teeth together when you've got this little anti-lining device.
And I presume my case isn't as severe as some other people that you've treated who get migraines and even more sort of neck pain, etc.
But it's a similar cause, and people just get the same cause can cause lots of different symptoms.
Sure. So the people who are interested in getting an appliance like this, what makes them ideal candidates, or why should they come in, do you think?
Basically, anybody who's getting head and neck pain could be a candidate for this appliance. But most of the time they're not diagnosed for it. And the problem is that you go to your doctor and they don't know the tests that we need to do to find out whether you would benefit from this appliance. And then it's just a matter of wearing the appliance to find out whether it works for you, and that's where the diagnosis comes from. But the first things that I look for are things you can tell for yourself is, if you look at your tongue, if you catch it when it's relaxed, it goes in and out, and has indentations, and I think you've noticed that on yours. And that's a sure sign that you're clenching teeth for a lot of people. The other thing is, if you can feel little lines on your cheeks on the inside. And again, only people who clench the teeth tend to get those lines. And then it's just things like waking up with pains or headaches or tension in the morning. That's when most people do the clenching.
Well, Andy, I'm very grateful
That's
that
all right.
you've helped me up, and I know that I'm already going to have a relaxed jaw and a relaxed face, and probably smile more. So thank you so
Very
much.
good. My pleasure.